Welcome to Geraldine Winstead's super secret author vlog, and we get to try out a tiny house in this episode, something I've always wanted to do. Oh, it's so tiny. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So my husband and I have a weekend getaway. We're staying in this tiny house, and this is, look at this. This is the same model. It was by a company called Global Green Concept Designs, and at the tiny house convention, it was my favorite because they have these kits. And so instead of having build it from scratch, you buy the kit, and it's not too expensive, and a non-builder could just click it together, and they have all different designs. But apparently they went out of business, she said, which is really sad because I never got one. But this is their smallest model, so it's very small. So we have a fridge and a seating area here. See, I could use this as a writer's retreat to get away. So there's the bed, there's the composting toilet, which we're gonna try for the first time. And then there's not a kitchen, but there is a little sink and coffee maker and stuff. So fridge, coffee maker, sink. And that's pretty much it. It's just an adorable little tiny house. So this is our little getaway. My husband is not a performer like me, so he will not be on camera. Our son was celebrating his 19th birthday and wanted the house to himself so he could have his friends over to play Warhammer for 24 hours. So it gave us a chance to do a little mini weekend getaway. And this place is really affordable. It's just a half-hour away out in the country. This lady is really nice. She's got a farm. Oh, and we're gonna go look at the animals. Oh, you guys have a nice little area. Look, staring at me. Hey guys. You guys curious? Hey cuties. Hey sweetie. Hi. Here in the plains area east of the mountains. Colorado Springs is right in the foothills of Pikes Peak, and then these cities like Denver and Colorado Springs and Pueblo are all along the front range of the mountain, the Rocky Mountains. And then the eastern third of Colorado is the plains, the high plains. So we sometimes call it high desert or the Great High Plains. Call it high desert because it's got sand. It's very sandy. So we just have a little weekend getaway to get out to the country and just have some quiet time. We brought books to read, and I brought my knitting, and I have a little portable board game book with cardstock that has fun little games in it that we like to play together. And I have my laptop, so if we really want to watch a movie, we probably could. But our idea is just to have a little quiet getaway and just relax and yeah, just take it easy. We got here about 3:30, and then we leave tomorrow at about 11, and we're going hiking. This is a cute little farm out here in the Great High Plains of Colorado. So first I have to give a really great review for Marion and her tiny house Airbnb. It was such a great stay. She provided home-baked muffins and fresh oranges, and for breakfast the next morning she left it on the porch, didn't even bother us so we could sleep in. And we also had the coffee, and she had juice and water and stuff in the fridge, so she was just really great, and it was just a great value. We decided not to watch a movie, but then we kept getting sleepy, so we played the board game and read and knitted to keep ourselves awake so we didn't get to go to bed too early at night. We didn't turn the heater on, so early in the morning it was really cold out, so I see what van lifers and tiny house people say when they don't want to get out of bed in the morning because it's so cold, but we could have had the heater on low, but the temperature was really perfect, so we didn't turn it on until somebody had to get out of bed in the morning and turn it on. One thing we noticed is that anytime one of us walked around, the whole tiny house would shake and vibrate just a little bit, so that was an interesting thing to get used to. What's your name, sweetie? Also, the biggest thing is that it's such a small space, you're not moving your body around. Like you're sitting and doing your work, let's say, you take 2 steps to the bathroom and then 2 steps back, and when you're in a normal size house, you're moving your body more, because every time I get up from my office, I have to run upstairs and get coffee, or I go to take a bathroom break. I'm going upstairs and down the stairs, and upstairs and downstairs, and any little thing I do, I'm moving my body, whereas in a tiny house, you're not. So, of course, if it was our own tiny house, we would be cooking a meal and cleaning it up and cleaning the tiny house. But you have to find ways to move your body, exercise, go outside, walk. That's very, very important with the tiny house. And there was one tiny house lady who specifically made her tiny house for varied movements throughout the day. And I really liked her plan as well. Okay, so we really love this chair. It rocks a little bit, and it's so comfy, but there was only one, so we had to take turns sitting in it, and also sitting on the porch, and otherwise we just sat on the bed. So I've been following the tiny house movement for a long time now, and I'm really fascinated, and I really would like either a tiny house or a van life conversion, but not to live in full time, and neither my husband nor I want to live in one full time, but we'd like to have one to take for getaways, for vacation, for like little guest cabin at our house, or to be able to just take it and travel sometimes, once in a while. Okay, so the composting toilet was actually really easy to use, and of course we're not the ones having to empty it or anything. And I had to tell my husband he has to sit down to go number 1. I did some research ahead of time, and we also had to put all the toilet paper into a separate trash can, so that was a little different. And I didn't really notice any smell, although I noticed some sort of scent in the tiny house, and I don't know if it was the wood or the peat moss. So I wondered if it was the composting toilet, but it didn't smell bad, but it was just something different. And I didn't notice it the second day. And also I was dealing with a female monthly thing, so if you want to know what that was like on a composting toilet, just look in the description below, and I will just write that out for people who are interested. This is my view from that very comfy chair that rocks a little bit. It was really a nice chair. We liked it a lot. It was really great to kind of get away from TV and electronics. We thought about watching a movie, but we didn't. We just did quiet stuff, reading, knitting, playing board games, going on walks, seeing the animals. It was just nice. We had some nice time just visiting with each other as well, and I received an inspiration for a short story, which I plan to write this month, October 2020, to submit to a short story contest by the end of the month. Thanks for joining me on our little tiny house adventure. I'm always up to something weird or unusual and different, and I'm always working on my writing and growing as an author. And if you'd like to ever buy me a coffee, just join me on Patreon. The link is below. I'd love to have you subscribe and like the video, and join my tribe here on my channel called Burrow Groves for Burrow Groves School of Magic and my super secret author vlog.